What is your mode for sitting down and working through something that's linear and hard?
Yeah, it's interesting the way you talk about it, right? Because when I'm walking, and this is actually something you can train, and I talked about this in one of my books once, that you can actually train yourself to maintain your internal eye of focus more stably while you're walking, right? So I call this productive meditation in deep work, actually. And I practiced this in grad school, right? Okay, so I'm going to work on a particular problem while I walk, and then you actually practice bringing your attention back to the central problem. I don't know exactly what's happening, but you get a little bit more facility working with your working memory, a little bit more efficiency with bringing stuff in and out of the working memory. And so I trained myself that I could actually write a couple paragraphs in my head, maybe not word for, but basically word for word, like figure out how I'm going to do it, or figure out enough steps of a math proof to capture like a key insight. Like, okay, now I'm going to get around this. Then you have to sit down and actually formally capture that. And yeah, for me, that's still working with notebooks. Though when I was coming up in grad school and I was just excavating these thoughts recently, we were talking before we recorded that, I just wrote this essay about what I learned as a grad student that impacted all my writing. As a grad student in the theory group at MIT, which was just purified concentration. This is where all the deep work ideas come from, right? I mean, it was just world-class concentrators. There, the method was very still, more than one person, whiteboard. So if you have 2 or 3 people staring at the same whiteboard, you're actually going to up the level of concentration you achieve, because if you let your attention wander, you disengage that attention, there's a social capital cost. Because now I've fallen out of whiteboard effect discussion, that's going to be a problem. So you actually maintain your focus at a higher level. And then when someone else is making their move, okay, what about this? And they're working math. It's all math on the board. You're giving that the highest attention you're capable of because you want to keep up, right? You don't want to fall behind. So it was like this hack that was figured out in the theory group that if you put 2 or 3 people at the same whiteboard to try to alchemize these insights into actual mathematically precise proofs, you get a 20-30% boost in your concentration level. And that could make all the difference, right? If you're working on a very hard proof, 20-30% boost could be the difference between solving it or not.